Hello, welcome to Quiz Time. I'm Jess and today I've got a quiz for all you baby boomers. So, are you ready? Let's go. At the end of the programming day, what song would play? Goodnight Irene, The Star-Spangled Banner or America the Beautiful? So this is on US TV. The Star-Spangled Banner. Who was Mr. Ed? A talking horse, a singing mule or a dancing koala? He was a talking horse, of course. What type of toy was a chatty Cathy? A car, a stuffed animal or a doll? It was a doll. In comic books, people could order what type of animal? An octopus, a sea monkey or a whale? A sea monkey. Did you get some sea monkeys? Did they grow? Complete this 1950s hit song, Something Amore. What's, that's or it's? Hit 1950s song Amore. It's That's Amore. What female clothing was invented in 1959 by Alan Gant? Bikini, miniskirt or pantyhose? It was pantyhose. What was the slogan for Alka-Seltzer? Plop, plop, fizz, fizz, oh what a relief it is. Plop, plop, to make it stop. Or plop, plop, drop, drop, now I feel better. Plop, plop, fizz, fizz, oh what a relief it is. What was the nickname for the Beatles? The Fab Four, the English Quad or the English Singers? It was the Fab Four. What fruit did Elvis like to put in his peanut butter sandwich? Blueberry, apple or banana? He loved peanut butter and banana. Crazy combination. Who worked at Spacely Sprockets? Fred Flintstone, George Jetson or Mr. Magoo? George Jetson. Fill in the blank. Cartoon character, the something panther. It's the Pink Panther. Who was Lucy's best friend? Ethel, Carolina or Virginia? It's Ethel. What fast food chain debuted in 1955 with Dilly Bars and Mr. Misty? A&W, Dairy Queen or McDonald's? It was Dairy Queen. What was a popular San Francisco treat of the 1960s? Rice-A-Roni, jambalaya or Uncle Ben? Rice-A-Roni. Hopalong Cassidy was the first TV Western hero to get his face on what item? A TV guide, lunchbox or milk carton? A lunchbox. What were flare jeans of the 1960s and 70s called? Buttercup bottoms, flare bottoms or bell bottoms? Bell bottoms. What car is featured on the cover of the Beatles album Abbey Road? Ford Mustang, Austin Mini or VW Beetle? VW Beetle. Who was the second most popular rock and roll artist of the 1950s and 60s? Bobby Rydell, Bobby Darin or Ricky Nelson? Ricky Nelson. Fill in the blank. Popular 1960s group. The something dimension. Fifth, fourth or second? It was the fifth dimension. What game was described as playing tic-tac-toe with your feet? Twister, hopscotch or double Dutch jump rope? Twister. Chubby Checker popularised this dance. The pony, the mashed potato or the twist? The twist. Fill in the blank. Popular toy. Something Armstrong. Stretch, Bionic or Goofy? It was Stretch Armstrong. What television show featured the characters of Ginger and the Professor? Bob Newhart Show, Gilligan's Island or Rhoda? Gilligan's Island. Are Miss Brooks, Mr. Novak and Room 222 all took place in what setting? High school, newsroom or office building? A high school. Bob Keeshan played Captain, Lion, Kangaroo or Elephant? Captain Kangaroo. How old was Mia Farrow when she married Frank Sinatra? It's between 20 and 25. That's your hint. She was 21. How many high school boys gave their girlfriends this type of girlfriends this type of jacket? A Letterman, a leather or a military? A Letterman. Salem and Kool, two popular cigarette brands, contained what? Peppermint, menthol or extra nicotine? Menthol. True or false? Lucille Ball was actually pregnant when I Love Lucy aired, the Lucy is Insante pregnant episode. It's true. At the start of the 1960s, who was president? Harry Truman, John F. Kennedy, or Dwight Eisenhower? Dwight Eisenhower. Best Actress Oscar in 1962 went to who for her role in The Miracle Worker? Grace Kelly, Audrey Hepburn, or Patty Duke? Patty Duke. Fill in the blank 1960s TV show. Something Who? Mr. Who, Doctor Who, or Sister Who? It's Doctor Who, and still going now. What was the name of the car first produced in 1964 by Ford? Country Wagon, Galaxy, or Mustang? It was the Mustang. In what city was the rock and roll dance venue, the Fillmore, located? San Francisco, Orlando, or New York City? It was San Francisco. In 1965, this major sporting event was the first to be broadcast in colour. Wimbledon Tennis Championships, Olympics, or World Cup? It was the Wimbledon Tennis Championships. Robert F. Kennedy was assassinated by Sirhan in what year? 1963, 1968, or 1959? 1968. What was the name of the character Audrey Hepburn played in Breakfast at Tiffany's? Susan Stevenson, Holly Golightly, or Elizabeth Parker? Holly Golightly. What soup company is most commonly associated with Andy Warhol? Swanson, Progressive, or Campbell's? It's Campbell's. His famous paintings of Campbell's soup. Complete this 1960s hit song. Walking in the rain, walking in the field, or walking in the street? Walking in the rain. In 1960, the FDA approved the contraceptive pill called what? Enovid, Yasmin, or Sprintec? Enovid. Woodstock occurred in New York in 1969. What type of farm did it occur on? A bean farm, a dairy farm, or a chicken farm? A dairy farm. In what year was the board game Risk invented? 1960, 1950, or 1970? (1960). What was the name of Fred and Wilma's pet dinosaur? Dino, T-Rex, or Bam Bam? It was Dino. I think Bam Bam was their child. What type of transportation was the Concorde? A train, a plane, or a boat? A plane. Did you ever go on it? Let me know in the comments. In what country were the 1968 Olympics held? Italy, Canada, or Mexico? Mexico. Who was the host of Mr. Rogers' Neighbourhood? Fred Rogers, Carl Rogers, or Steve Rogers? Fred Rogers. What sweet treat was the nickname for the high-speed mirror finish metallic point used on cars during the 1960s? Cotton candy, candy apple, or chocolate fudge? Candy apple. What Alfred Hitchcock movie has one of the most famous shower scenes in movie history? The Birds, Psycho, or Rebecca? It's Psycho. Which 1961 movie is a modern-day version of Romeo and Juliet? Paris Blues, Battle of the World, or West Side Story? West Side Story. What New York community was known for uniform homes built on a curve? Amityville, Levittown, or Montauk? Levittown. Halfway there, hope you're going well. What TV show's catchphrase was "Book 'em, Dano"? Andy Griffith's Show, Matlock, or Hawaii Five-0? It was Hawaii 5-0. Where did Gunsmoke take place? Flight City, Sheriff City, or Dodge City? Dodge City. This 1950s lead singer of the Teenagers was found dead at the age of 25 from a heroin overdose. Frankie Lemon, Louis Lemon, or Ryan Lemon? Frankie Lemon. What was the name of the last film Marilyn Monroe appeared in? Some Like It Hot, The Misfits, or All About Eve? The Misfits. Who voiced Mr. Ed? Alan Freed, Alan Young, or Alan Lane? Alan Lane. What was Wilbur Post's profession on Mr. Ed? A professor, a band leader, or an architect? He was an architect. What was Samantha Stevens' husband's name on Bewitched? Darren, Adam, or Michael? It was Darren. Complete this 1960s hit song. Poetry in rhythm, love, or motion? It's motion. Poetry in motion. Who was the lead singer of the Four Seasons? Frankie Lane, Frankie Valli, or Frankie Lemon? Frankie Valli. On what day did Elvis Presley and Priscilla Bewley wed? February the 1st, May the 1st, or December the 1st? May the 1st. In what country did Elvis and Priscilla meet? France, Germany, or Canada? It's Germany. Complete this 1960s song. Something of strength. Tower of strength, man of strength, or wall of strength. It's Tower of Strength. Who was the actor who played Dracula? George Hamilton, Alfred Hitchcock, or Bela Lugosi? Bela Lugosi. What hat was the fad in the 1950s? Fedora, coonskin, or cowboy? Coonskin. What was the name of the sister of the Tammy doll? Betty, Salty, or Pepper? Pepper. What movie starred Dick Van Dyke as Bert, a jack of all trades? Blue Hawaii, Mary Poppins, or Camelot? Mary Poppins, that classic. What Beatles song was banned from the BBC? A Day in the Life, Love Me Do, or I Saw Her Standing There? A Day in the Life. What was Rob and Laura's last name on the Dick Van Dyke Show? Brady, Petrie, or Nelson? Petrie. What British duo sang A World Without Love? Peter and Gordon, Chad and Jeremy, or Steve Lawrence and Edie Gorm? Peter and Gordon. In Agada Davida was the first song of what genre? Rap, rock, or heavy metal? In Agada Davida. Heavy metal. In the advertising campaign, who is asked to please don't squeeze the Charmin? Mr. Smith, Mr. Knick-Knack, or Mr. Whipple? Mr. Whipple. Neil Young, Stephen Stills, Dewey Martin, and Bruce Palmer formed what band? Buffalo Springfield, The Bachelors, or the Beach Boys? Buffalo Springfield. What actress played Catwoman? Julie Garland, Natalie Wood, or Eartha Kitt? Eartha Kitt. In what year did Heartbreak Hotel hit number 1? 1950, 1956, or 1959? 1956. Fill in the blank. American composer, something Mancini. Charlie, Henry, or Paul? It was Henry. What famous cowboy was born Leonard Sly? Roy Rogers, Hopalong Cassidy, or the Lone Ranger? Roy Rogers. What was Oliver Hardy's nickname? Babe, Big Guy, or Funny Man? It was Babe. What was the name of Laurel and Hardy's final film? Utopia, Atoll K, or Flying Deuces? Atoll K. What does this 1960s slang mean? Groovy, busted, cool, or hello? Are you groovy? Are you cool? How much did a stamp cost in 1960? 4 cents, 10 cents, or 5 cents? $0.04. True or false? The vaccine for measles was released in 1963. Is that true or is that false? It's true. The measles vaccine was a big medical breakthrough back in the 1960s. What year did Motorola introduce the first rectangular colour television? 1954, 1950, or 1965? 1965. The movie Beach Party first featured this summer attire: rompers, bikinis, or short sleeves? It was bikinis. How far we have come. This colourful pattern has become a symbol of the 1960s: psychedelic, tie-dye, or rainbow. It's tie-dye. Popular again now. Complete this 1960s hit song. These something are made for walking. I'll give you a clue. It was a Nancy Sinatra. It was boots. These boots are made for walking. Fill in the blank. 1960s group. Something and the Family Stone. Sly, Stu, or Steve? Sly and the Family Stone. Fill in the blank. Headlines: The Great Northeast Something of 1965. Snowstorm, blackout, or riot? Blackout. On what television show did the Beatles make their debut? Howdy Doody, The Monkees, or The Ed Sullivan Show? It was The Ed Sullivan Show. Fill in the blank. 1960s group. Something full of four. Bobby, Frank, or Tommy? It was Bobby Fuller-Four. ARPANET was the precursor to the modern day cell phone, internet, or laptop. It was the internet. In what year did Lucille Ball and Desi Arnaz divorce? 1960, 1956, or 1967? 1960. What did Photomat do? Overnight babysitters, overnight film processing, or overnight laundromat. Overnight film processing. Remember the days when you used to pay extra to get your photos same day or overnight? Crazy. In '67, this breakfast treat debuted. Eggo waffles, Pop-Tarts, or toasted strudels. Pop-Tarts. They've been around longer than I thought. Major Anthony Nelson was a character on what television show? Mary Tyler Moore Show, Beverly Hillbillies, or I Dream of Jeannie? I Dream of Jeannie. Fill in the blank. Something Jagger, a singer. And that's Mick Jagger. Complete this 1960s hit song. Wouldn't it be lovely, groovy, or nice? And it's nice. Wouldn't it be nice? In 1966, this green creature first stole Christmas. The Lorax, the Grinch, or Horton? The Grinch. This Black Power movement formed in California in 1966. Black Panthers, Black Tigers, or Black Lions? Black Panthers. What was the most popular hairstyle of the 1940s? The Victory, the Victory Roll. And your last one, the 1940s were commonly called the what? The war years, the turbulent years, or the fashionable years? The war years. So how did you do today? Drop your score in the comments below, and of course like and subscribe so you get notified every time we post a new quiz. And please join us next time on Quiz Time.